What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Main Issues. I'm Al Taylor, also known as the Act 24, here with the one, the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, DJ Williams. We got a great show for you today. Well, a police officer uses excessive force on a 15-year-old with no arms and legs. And then there's been yet another school shooting, this time at a high school in Clarita, California. And Disney Plus launched, and we're trying it out as if we had a choice. All this and more on the Main Issues. How you doing, DJ?
Good, man. Good. Glad to be back.
Yeah. Another thing I want to hit on real quick. Did you saw South Park, right?
Yeah, definitely. So.
We called that South Park episode.
Man, we did, and I'm so proud of us.
We said they were going to talk about it. I specifically said that they would probably do it this season, and they did it a couple episodes later. Yep. That was too funny. If you haven't seen that one, you should check it out.
Quick spoiler alert. The principal's, is that technically his wife or something now?
Yeah, I mean, I know they're supposed to be keeping
it hidden because they're principal and vice principal, but yeah, the principal of South Park Elementary, his wife, she ends up participating in the Strong Woman contest, and the announcer asks her about is interviewing all the athletes, and interviews her and asks her how she feels about there being a trans athlete. And she says, she goes on the whole rant about, it's fine, I don't mind any trans women or women. And he was like, are you sure? Have you met her? And she was like, no, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her yet.
This one is a little different.
Yeah, she was like, well, what do you mean? She's not your typical trans athlete. Oh, there's no such thing. I'm offended you would say such a thing.
Right.
And she was like, oh, well, here she is right now. And then walks over is Racho, what looks like at his prime, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. And even doing a good rendition,
which is not really hard. It's
really that difficult.
Just choke yourself a little bit, and then just choke your man a little bit, and then what do you say? I'm here to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm here to kick the ass of the competition. So, and she's just looking completely shocked and baffled by this muscle-bound, quote-unquote, woman.
Yeah, who just started identifying as a woman 2 weeks ago before getting into women's sports.
And of course, mopped the floor with the competition.
Yeah.
And what they were doing.
No operation or anything.
No operation, anything.
Just straight up.
What it was like. It was boxing, tire flipping, power cleans. What else? What else was it? It was definitely boxing, weightlift. Boxing. Like I said, power cleans, which is a type of weightlifting when you throw the weight over your head. For those who don't know, tire flipping, and it was something else they were doing. Was it swimming? Was there swimming in it?
I don't remember.
But it was like a whole competition. If you've ever seen they do men and women's competitions these on ESPN. If you've ever seen them, then it's the same thing. Just this time it was on South Park. And of course, Macho Man Randy Savage dominated. What was he going by? It was some
Heather something.
Yeah, like Heather. Man, he mopped the floor.
And they were calling her Mrs. Mrs. whatever her name was. That was funny. And during all of that, the boys are also having an issue with women, with the girls in their class getting into board games and mopping the floor with them. So they don't want them to compete with them.
Right.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Enough of that. You ready to get into the news?
Yeah, serious mode.
Yeah, serious. I mean, you got to be serious. Because I just hate all this. Again, we were just talking. So last week we were just talking about a mother beating her child in public at school,
right?
And she is going through. I actually haven't looked back into the story yet, but
Well, she did get her. So we did cover that she got her children taken away from her.
Yeah,
All five of them.
That's what I'm saying, and I hadn't checked back since.
Right. Yeah.
Since to see if anything more happened with it, but that whole thing happens to her because she whipped her child in school. Yes, she was being a little verbally abusive. It seems.
Yeah.
But should that have those kind of repercussions? Questionable. So now we have a police officer who is detaining a 15-year-old boy in a group home who was, what did you say he was doing? He got into an argument.
Yeah, he knocked over a trash can, and it said garbage can. So it knocked over a garbage can and verbally threatened a worker, but I don't know where they were. The clip just looks like they're in like a house or kitchen or something. So I don't know where they were, but yeah. He verbally threatened a worker.
Yeah.
So the deputies was called, but the boy is a quadriplegic. He's missing both arms and both legs. He has stubs, but again, he's missing all of those. He's 15.
He can't do anything.
No, he couldn't even wield a weapon if he wanted to.
And yet,
unless he had somebody tape it to his stub or something. I'm not trying to crack a joke, but I mean, I see no other way.
Yeah, they would have to set him up. He'd have to be set up with some stuff. And in this video, there's a now viral video of this that got out. He obviously doesn't have any. He doesn't even have on clothes. He doesn't have on a shirt.
No, he just had on like some shorts, look like basketball shorts.
Like he couldn't be
boxers.
He couldn't be concealing any type of weapon or anything.
Right.
Obviously not a threat to anyone.
Definitely not.
But this cop is tackling him to the ground, yelling at him.
Bending down to his level, getting in his face.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he could do it the other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are bending over, getting in his face, yelling and screaming at him, then tackle him to the ground.
Yeah.
In the headlock. He tackled him to the ground while in the headlock.
Right.
Telling him to calm down, calm down. Yes, that's going to help me calm down easily. Yes. Tackle me. Strangle me. Great way to help somebody calm down.
Yeah. And now this whole thing is under investigation.
Right.
Internally.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah.
What is there to investigate?
It is not
So bringing it back around to the woman who had the viral video whipping her child. So Child Protective Services have the right to come and take her kids over that.
So what's going to happen? So now he's just getting investigated. So.
Yeah, but this guy just gets to investigate. He's not sitting in jail. There are no child abuse charges going up against him.
Nope.
Yet, at least, and probably won't be.
Right.
He'll probably resign, like all of them do.
They always do. They resign. Just let him resign. And also, did they mention who the other boy was? But there was another boy there who wasn't under those, who didn't have those issues. He was just a regular teenager.
He was 16.
He was 16, and so he arrested him. The boy complied. He turned around. No fight, no tussling at all. And as he's cuffing the boy, he slams his head into the wall. Just no reason at all.
You have to watch this video. Links will be in the description. I
like that we do that, by the way.
What?
Cool. I like that we do that, by the way.
Oh yeah, all links are in the description. Every story we talk about and stuff. I should be mentioning this stuff.
We're not putting any links to Disney Plus though. No, you can find it on your own.
Yes, for this story,
if they're not sponsoring us, I'm not posting no link for no Disney Plus.
Yeah, but in this video, the 16-year-old boy, he is being so polite with it. Like he is probably
the calmest you've seen anybody
I never
get
seen
arrested
nobody
on footage.
Arrested like
usually
that
when
on
somebody
tape.
getting arrested on footage, there's always some tussling. Nope, he didn't want any smoke. He was completely compliant, and he still got his head slammed to the wall.
Right, and that was Because he was recording the video? No, because that's
I think they
on
did
video.
mention he was the one. Well, it's the funny thing. They did mention he was the one recording, but somebody else was recording that. So
yeah. So
hey, everybody got a camera in their pocket, so I guess it is what
all right,
it is.
so I guess they pulled out their camera when their phone when he started getting arrested for that. And he was just sitting there chilling, eating a bowl of cereal. He put his cereal down. He was like, all right, let's do this. Jack me up like y'all always do. He just put his hands behind his back, was just so calm. And then the police officer, for no reason, I mean, there's a clear view of the whole arrest, and he just slams his face into the wall for apparently no reason. Maybe he could have said something. Maybe. But that doesn't give him the right to do that.
No, not at all. And if you're a cop, if you have a badge, you have a gun, and something someone says, something a teenager says makes you slam their head into a wall, you don't need a badge. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't need a badge.
Man, it's so many police officers that don't need a badge.
No, it's not.
Obviously, because these stories keep happening.
Keep rolling in.
I mean, I'm comparing it to the mother beating her son thing last week, but before that we were talking about the police officer at a school.
Excessive.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old.
Yeah. And it's like, when does it stop? Or when does it become clear that there needs to be some better training going on, some better weeding out? Because the kind of people who are getting these badges are acting a fool.
Blatantly acting a fool.
Like, are they signing up because of that? Like, I want the power. I want a badge and a gun so I can do whatever I want.
Exactly why a lot of them do. Don't get me wrong. There are definitely good cops out there, and those are the ones you don't hear about because they're doing their job the way they should. They're not overly beating up on people or using excessive force for no reason at all. Those are the ones you don't hear about. But the ones that we do hear about definitely need to be weeded out, and they'll be easily weeded out if other cops start coming forward about this kind of thing, and there was more of an incentive to come forward about this kind of thing.
Yes.
And that if people got punished for this, letting them resign, no, you don't need to be allowed to resign. They need to be fired.
Yeah. And in this story, what I've got up here is from the Washington Post. They were also talking about how there are many of these types of videos they know of that just never see the light of day.
Yeah,
like this one happened to get out. I believe it was sent to the news. Says it was first published by KOLD, which I guess is the local news channel where this happened, and it was then sent to the police, and
who hadn't seen it,
who hadn't seen it, yes,
yeah. So
I said I'm gonna stop saying apparently so much. I can't stand it.
But that goes on to back to my point about other cops need to point this down and stuff out, because there was another cop there. There has to be. So you saw this foolishness and you said nothing.
Yeah.
So
actually, in the video though, I do hear someone saying,
"Nah, all of that someone saying
that's
crap." No, you're a cop too. Snatch him off that boy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right, yeah, all that. And then even then, he didn't sound that serious. Yeah, no, you should have been over there breaking that up.
Yeah.
Period. I'm not saying slam your buddy up, your partner up against the wall, but easily it wouldn't have been hard to break it up. He was the only person doing the tussling.
Yeah.
So easily could have broken that up.
Yeah. Playing devil's advocate for a second, that could have amped the situation up even more, possibly.
How so?
Now we have two cops going at it with each other. The one who is obviously not in his right state of mind may do something even more horrible than what he is currently doing.
That might
maybe they are trained not to interfere like that.
That's not good training in my opinion.
I mean, it's a possibility. I know nothing about law enforcement.
I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I know anything about it either. But if that is a part of training, then no, you should be. If that's the part of training, then what is the point of having multiple cops on the scene? That's very true. If it's no one's job to step in when BS is going on, then why are multiple people here?
Yeah.
Like, granted, if something escalates, multiple cops being there is a good thing, but escalation could happen on both sides. Clearly, escalation can happen on both sides. So you should be there to stop escalation from either the civilians or from your co-workers or partners or fellow badge holders. You shouldn't just turn a blind eye because he got a badge. Yeah. Because there's plenty of people with black badges that do stuff they have no business doing. Yeah. So if that is the thing. So.
And why is that? Is that I have a theory that they're just because of like this type of media and stuff, these stories always coming out about police officers has been happening for years. Police brutality has been highly publicized for decades now.
Generations even.
It's especially since the 80s though. And I just think there are less people who have good motives who want to go into law enforcement.
Right.
Because it's like, this is what police do. Like, this is no longer one cop doing a horrible job. It's becoming, this is just cops. This is happening all the time.
Yep.
And, you know, I hate to profile like that, but because I've been seeing this stuff forever and I had been hearing stories since I was a child about what police do. I've seen situations of police overstepping the line over something innocuous, and I have a fear of police. I don't like police. I get tense when police come around. Yep. I get tense when a cop just happens to be behind me. I tighten up. Them butt cheeks clamp. Clink. I put both hands on the steering wheel. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm trying to do whatever I can do not to get pulled over. Even though I wasn't speeding in the first place.
Didn't run no red lights. Didn't run no stop signs.
I don't drink. So It's not like I'm driving under the influence. But I just get so worried because I see stuff like this. And like I said, I have those...
You've had to talk before, right? Growing up, you've had to talk about police. Well, how to handle yourself, how to behave, all that kind of stuff. You had to talk, right?
I'm sure I have, but I can't recall clearly.
Well, regardless of the point, whether you've had it or not, you know better, so it's kind of unnecessary. But usually, you would have to talk about, I don't know if all kids have to talk, but it's definitely a thing that a lot of black kids have to have. Yeah. Your parents tell you, okay, well, look, if you get pulled over by a cop, do exactly what the hell they say. No extra.
Yep.
You know, don't do anything suspicious. Don't do nothing stupid.
Yep.
You know, so unfortunately, everybody doesn't follow that instruction, but hey, there's always going to be stupid people. So
it's difficult.
But yeah, it is. It is.
I wouldn't call them stupid people because I would have to be called.
When I say stupid people, I mean like you know what I mean. Like, oh, what you pulling over me for? That's what I mean. I don't mean you drop your wallet and you reach for it too fast. And, I don't mean that. I mean literal dumbasses.
Because I had a situation where I had no idea that I was being not like that, but I was talking like in a derogatory manner towards a police officer who pulled me over while I had my roommate at the time in the car. And she told me, like, after the whole situation was over, it's like, why were you talking to him like that? Just, you should have just calmed down and just let him, give you the ticket or whatever. But in this situation, I was like, my car wasn't registered because I couldn't. It was a whole thing with that. I bought a car with a salvage title, and I, without knowing that, I couldn't get a title in my name in Georgia because it was a salvage title, or I couldn't register it in Georgia, rather. Anyway, so I was in the wrong. I technically pulled out in front of him from a stop sign because I didn't see him coming. We weren't about to get into an accident or anything, but I stopped at the sign and looked. I didn't see anyone. It was dusk or whatever, and he didn't have his lights on. I just didn't see him. So I went across the street, and then he immediately turned and pulled me over afterwards. And I'm clink, tensing up because I know that my car is not registered. He's completely within his rights to tow the car and take me to jail. Well, I have my license. I don't know. But anyway, it could have been bad. Could have been a lot worse than it was. And I am around the corner from the house. Literally around the corner. I'm talking about all we have to do is turn the corner and go down the street, not even a block, to get to my apartment at the time. And I'm just, I was saying some things. I was just like, oh, yeah, but no, I didn't. I was like, no, I actually didn't run the stop sign. I stopped at the stop sign and then I went through it. And I did not see you, but I did stop at the stop sign. I was saying stuff like that. Yeah. But it was not going the way it was in my head, according to my roommate. So
Amanda, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Amanda. She was saying that, I was just getting out. I was getting out of hand. Like, right. She was surprised that
Shout out to Amanda for keeping Al in check.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised she was surprised that it went as well as it did, because he ended up just giving me a warning and even told me that, this is his area. So if you don't get that registration taken care of, I'm going to be pulling you over again, and I'm going to be towing your car and taking you to jail. So, it was and he said it in a, like, I'm just telling you straight up.
Right.
Which
is how that kind of thing is supposed to go.
So that was a decent cop. That was a good cop.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That time. Like, he let me go.
I would say he was a little too good, because he didn't have to give you a warning.
He didn't have to do anything.
I guess because
frankly, he should have took the car.
Well, you got your shit together though, didn't you?
I couldn't, so I sold the car.
Oh.
I sold the car and bought another one. I bought the
still kind of getting shit together.
Yeah, I guess I did.
So he was better than good.
Yeah.
But the point is, he wasn't overboard. He didn't. So, okay. So whoever,
what I was illustrating with that was, you don't, like, even when you have the talk, you had the talk, and you know how you should act when you get pulled over or something, or get approached by police, and these fears come into your head.
Well, yours is kind of a weird situation, because even though you got pulled over for the stop sign thing, so in your mind, I'm in the wrong, you fucking with me. So granted, but I mean, you're human, so some of that stuff is going to come out, which is the main thing about a lot of these police encounters that I don't like, is they're always like, oh, he didn't follow instructions. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Guy with the gun. If I was a little too nervous for you, the motherfucker with the gun. Like, dang. And a lot of these things happen from people who aren't holding guns. Now, I'm not talking about people who are drawing down on the police or even about to. A lot of these shootings happen from people who aren't even holding a gun.
Now.
So, like calm down. Like, we know your lives are on the line. And granted, I'm sorry that it is that way, but you chose that job. You were not born a cop. You chose that job. Calm the hell down.
Yeah.
You need to calm down. We all aren't terrorists. We all aren't criminals. And even if some of us are criminals, all crimes aren't worthy of a bullet in the ass or death. Just not. And they always try to justify, oh, he was stealing. So what? He stole.
And it's funny how these situations, at least not that I know of, have never come up when dealing with a mass shooter.
Nope. And you know why? You know why that is? I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it. Mm-hmm. You know why that is? It's because mass shooters are usually white. So they always take him in nice and gently. The old boy who shot up the church, they took him to Burger King.
Yeah.
They took him to Burger King.
Yeah. Like, I know you had a hard day, man. You know what? We're going to go to Burger King.
If he was black, he would have got some Burger King up his ass. That's what he would have got.
They probably would have got him a Impossible Whopper.
Let me say that. if he was a minority, he would have got roughed up. He probably wouldn't have made it to the doggone jail. Or wait, didn't he end up going to the nut house or something like that? I mean, I don't know the technical term, so I apologize if I offend anybody. But but didn't he go to the psychiatric ward? Yeah. What, man? So look, I'm not saying people who do those kind of things don't have some kind of mental issue.
Something wrong with them.
Definitely. We can all agree to this. Definitely something wrong with people who do that kind of thing. But speaking of mass shooters, what about the school shooting that happened recently? Yeah.
Okay. There was a school shooting in Santa Clarita. Clarita. I can never.
I only know it because I watched the show Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh,
it's pretty funny.
Is that what it is? Is that the zombie thing?
Yeah, that's the
okay. Yeah.
Jesus, you got so many tabs open.
Yeah, because all the editing.
Yeah,
I've been doing.
I know, man. I know.
And I'm not done, so I gotta leave all those tabs open.
We filming another episode. You're not.
I know.
I know you were making clips, shorter clips out of it.
I know, but I'm trying to make thumbnails and all kind of stuff. So
let go of the last episode. We on episode 5. Episode 4 is done. Let it go, man.
It's not done.
It is done. It's uploaded. People have heard it already. We filmed episode 5.
Not many people have heard it already. Let's be honest.
We know that, but
I'm trying to get it to a digestible point where I can share this stuff so people can see what kind of show this is. I mean, people just see. I feel like in our group of people that we are sharing it with, they're not. A lot of them aren't the kind of people who just listen to podcasts.
True.
I've had to explain what podcasts are to people.
Me too, several times.
And they just see, they're only looking at the YouTube video, even though we're sharing all the links. And all the links are in the description, as always, to the audio versions of this.
To you personally, I always share all, unless you specifically say, give me the YouTube, I always share all the links.
Yeah. And it's just, I think they see that hour
tag.
Hour tag. They're like, oh, I guess I'll watch this later. I'll watch later a little bit of it. And they just... And even if you are going to do that, just drop a like. Just drop a like before you click off of it. I mean, please.
And the funny thing is, we know YouTubers as a whole know that you're going to get way more views than you get likes. I was watching Long Beach Griffey today, and he had a video that had like 128K views.
Yeah.
And like 34K likes.
That's actually pretty good.
And like a couple hundred dislikes. So it still didn't, no one even downvoted or liked.
Yeah.
To comparison to how many people actually saw the clip. And he only posts like minute long clips.
Yeah.
So
that's better than some I've seen.
Oh yeah, trust me. Yeah, that is definitely on the better side. But
just ridiculous. Like,
We ain't even. I don't,
you watching it.
We don't even have.
Out of all these
views on our videos yet. I think the first video got
first video is over 150.
Which is also our longest video, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I don't know. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, this shooter at the Saugus High School in California, he killed 2 classmates. He shot 5 of them, but the other 3 are expected to survive. That's like I think they are. I think neither of them are in critical condition. Yeah, which is great, and it's sad
Still 5
when you
more
have
than
to
who
find.
should have got shot, but
it's sad when you have to find solace in those details. Like, at least he only killed 2 people.
Yeah,
two people should not have been killed. No one should have been killed.
No,
and it's just sad, man.
He shot the 5 people, and then he shot himself.
Yeah, he also shot himself, but he survived for a while. They attempted
to help to save him, which I don't think they should have.
No, you don't.
No, I don't think they should have. I think they should have just let it go. I get he was 16. I also get he shot multiple people.
Yeah.
Also,
very true.
Of course, obviously this was planned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's gonna happen? He's gonna be on death row for however long, or they're gonna put him in some kind of psychiatric ward. Or
my thing with it is, I feel that he should not be able to take an easy way out.
Granted, I agree, but
because that's their plan the whole time. If you let that happen, letting them get away with their plan. Their plan is to shoot as many people as they can and then shoot themselves, and it all be over. Which I completely don't understand. I just don't understand what you get out of that, but that's their plans.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
But they don't even get to watch it burn. They don't get to see
but in a way he did. In his mind, he shot 4 people. And you don't always hear about people surviving bullet shots. Well, yeah. Well, he shot. Wait, I thought it said 5.
You said 4 people just now.
Okay, yeah, 5. But he shot 5 people. So in his mind, he killed 5 people. Good. Mission accomplished. Punch out.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong. I don't like the idea of him taking the easy way out either. But I don't like the idea of us going above and beyond to make sure he stays.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how much work goes in it.
And I
for
feel
me,
if he's getting blood, is the easy way out.
If he's getting blood transfusions and stuff, like, that's too much.
Right.
That's too much. If he gotta get like an organ, that's too much. No, he ain't worth that much. But
no.
In another thing, I mean, I would like to know why. I would like to be like this whole thing to be able to be investigated deeply with the person who did them. I mean, we really need more documentation and information on what's going on in these people's heads.
True, because this happens way too often.
Yeah,
there's like a couple of these a month or something. I read like it happens way too often, as opposed to not that long ago. Shoot, it never happened.
Right.
So this happens way too often, and yeah, we definitely need to find out what it is that's driving these people to it. At one point, it was bullying, but bullying has been stopped severely. I mean, granted, bullying is always going to happen on some level.
Bullying even cool anymore? Like, does that even? I don't know.
That definitely was going out of style when I was in high school.
Yeah,
but I mean, granted, it happens, but I have yet to see any bullying like what they do on TV shows and movies. Like the whole sticking kids in lockers.
I've never seen it before. Taking
their lunch money. I've never seen that level of bullying. Now, you might get quote unquote checked, which is the same thing as for teasing or insulting somebody. Yeah. You might get checked about your clothes or the way you walk or talk or anything. You can get checked literally about anything at all.
Right.
So you could call that bullying, but everybody gets checked. No one's immune to being checked.
Right.
So you could call that a level of bullying, I guess at least at the lighter level. So again, bullying to some extent is always going to happen.
Yeah.
But if something is driving you to do these kind of things, we need to find out what it is and try our best to stop it because this is too much.
Yeah.
Like you're first of all, kids should not be able to get access to guns. Don't get me wrong. I know there's illegal ways to get everything, but I feel like a 16-year-old shouldn't.
Come on.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, that's another thing about this handgun. It was a handgun this time, which is not that usual because usually it's like an AR-15.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the laws are there, but he might not have been able to get access to a rifle, at least.
Well, I think a lot of these cases, they take like the parents' guns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that's true
but
too.
Like I said, again, it's always a way to get out of these things. But
I didn't read all the details of this story. I don't even want to see it.
I hear you, man.
I hate even sitting here talking about it, but it needs to be talked about. It's just it needs to stop. And Neil deGrasse Tyson got in trouble for saying some things about like how small of a dent this makes in the overall like deaths in the world.
Oh yeah, I do remember him saying that. Yeah,
is like, how many, like, I'm just remembering this now. I don't have a quote up here, but it's like there's significantly more deaths from everything else than school shootings. Like there are not that many school shooting deaths. It doesn't make up. I don't believe it makes up 1% of the death toll. Even for violent, for violent crimes.
Yeah, I'm a big Neil deGrasse Tyson. I do remember him saying that, and he got in trouble with it. But I think it was just a timing thing.
Yeah, it was a timing thing.
People, but then again, when is the best time to say some things like that? Well, granted, he said it right after something happened.
Right.
So, but I think that was just his scientific way of trying to calm everybody down.
Yeah, that's like, but that's like, man, read the room. Like,
definitely a bad read. He's definitely not Dave Chappelle. No, he definitely didn't read that room well at all. So I don't think I would have said that if I known those facts. I would have kept that to myself.
But it is true. It's a very small portion of violent crimes in the death toll overall. So. But that doesn't negate that this should be stopped because it's still
definitely
it's still 2 children dead.
Yeah,
there are. I'm assuming they were from different families, so there are 2 families going through this horrible situation right now because one person had a bad day. Or whatever. Anyway, I'm sick of talking. Let's talk about something happy. Disney Plus is out.
Yes, sir.
it launched this Tuesday? When was it?
Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah, it was like Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, you know
I
what?
watched it Tuesday.
Yeah, it launched this week.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I know my dad's gonna say something about that.
What? You not knowing
when
it launched?
What I told y'all about doing research.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Anyway, they got some nostalgic stuff on there.
Some?
Yeah.
Man, they got all of it. They have all of your nostalgia. I'm pretty sure that was the game plan.
And what they don't have is coming. Like I looked at a few movies, like just thinking of, oh, remember this movie? And I looked up some, and it was like, it was basically saying there are like previous arrangements, like this property is licensed to this right now, but it will be coming to Disney Plus in 2020 or whatever. And I mean that's great, because I feel like everything I was throwing at it is like, oh, they got it. And I'm filling up the list. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to watch this stuff. With that said, not a lot of new stuff. Not a whole lot of new stuff.
The Mandalorian, though.
They do have The Mandalorian.
Man, you seen it yet?
I saw the first episode.
I was surprised the second episode came out. Was that last night? I was not expecting that. I got an alert on my phone from Disney Plus saying episode 2 of The Mandalorian release. And I was just like, oh, I was expecting to wait, to the beginning of the next week.
Yeah, so. And I think it's going to come out every Friday.
Yeah.
Now. So they put out that first episode just to have it for the launch, basically.
They knew we was going to try to watch it.
Yeah, and then they immediately sent out another episode 2 days later. So and I didn't even have time to watch it yet, but I liked the first episode.
Right, yeah. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Granted, I will say spoiler alert if I do decide to say something, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody because, for one, I know a lot of people aren't going to watch it because it's Star Wars. Because you don't particularly care for the whole Star Wars thing. For a lot of them, you don't care about the space part.
I don't care about space. I don't like
space. Doesn't do anything,
stuff.
Man. Space does it all for me, man. It does it all for me. But this isn't even. This is nothing like any other Star Wars stuff.
It's very grounded.
Yeah, it's more like I think they described it as a space western, but
yeah,
it's more just like a western, except instead of pistols, technically, I guess it does still look like a pistol, but these like blasters and stuff. But
yeah,
man, it's good. It's about a bounty hunter, and he's badass. Shoot, that's enough said. Like, check it out if you got Disney Plus. I know they're doing a 7-day free trial. Wait a minute, I did not mean to plug them so much. Never mind. Check out Disney Plus.
Yeah, they don't need any help from us.
Disney don't need help.
I mean, anybody. I should.
They're supposed to be doing some Marvel stuff soon. I don't know when they're supposed to launch though. I was looking to it this morning. I didn't see any dates.
The shows.
Yeah, they were doing some Marvel stuff. Because Wanda and Vision are supposed to be having a show. Falcon and Winter Soldier are supposed to be having a show.
Right.
I think the Marvel What If is supposed to be a show.
Where they do some crazy stuff. What if this happened to this person? And now this.
I think we briefly touched on that before when we was talking about the Watchmen show.
Yeah,
because I mentioned mixing that up. But yeah, they're supposed to be having those soon. Also, they have all the Marvel movies, but they have most of the Marvel movies. Like, man, they got it all. Dude, I watched, I don't know if you remember that old Disney original. Yeah, they even have the original movies that only came on Disney Channel. You ever seen Don't Look Under the Bed? About the imaginary friend and the boogeyman. Man, I watched it.
That sounds it sounds familiar.
It was one of the more popular. It was one of the more popular ones, yeah.
Huh?
Because it's I don't even know the guy's name, but he was on a good bit of Disney stuff back in the day. That was pretty much the first time I seen him. That he ended up being like the rival for the older sister at school on Even Stevens. Like it was just like her and another boy that was like the top students, and that the black dude from but he was in it, and actually I don't reckon nobody else from that movie I've seen in a bunch of stuff, but.
Yeah, so they got
man, that was my
you
thing,
can
man.
dig into the weeds of little things you remember watching as a child, and they made this service for us, really.
Right? His name was Ty Hodges. That's what his name was.
Okay,
but yeah,
what I was trying to look up here was like how many subscribers they have now. I don't have current numbers, but on day one, 2 million subscribers.
I'm not shocked at all.
Did I say 2? 10 million subscribers.
Oh, you said 2? Yeah, you did say 2.
Yeah, I did
10?
say 2.
Okay, now I'm shocked.
10 million subscribers. Day one. Caveats to that, there is a 7-day free trial. Yeah. So all of those 10 million will probably automatically be on this 7-day free trial. But after that, it'll automatically renew, which most people forget to even look at that stuff, even if they...
I'm not. I'm
one of those people who would just pay for a service and like,
I mean,
just not even look at it.
I would say it's worth it because straight up with Disney Plus, a lot of people just think, because I had to explain to somebody the other day that I don't want to watch all that Disney stuff. I guess Disney. I might get it for my kids, but Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns National Geographic. Disney owns Pixar. Disney owns Star Wars. Disney owns Fox. Well, a big chunk of Fox.
Almost all of Fox
Avatar,
entertainment.
Yeah, Avatar, The Simpsons.
The only thing they don't have from
X-Men
Fox,
cartoons are on there.
I think the only thing they don't have from Fox is news.
Yeah, but I say yeah.
Okay. I think that's the only thing they don't have.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, you could even get a deal where you get ESPN plus Hulu plus the Disney Plus, and for like $12.99, that's it. That's all you need.
The only thing I don't like about that is that's base Hulu. I got to have commercial free.
Since when?
I saw the light.
Since when?
I saw the light when I was using somebody else's account and it was had commercial free. It changed my viewing. Like I was enjoying watching the shows a lot more because it's like I can watch a 40-minute show in 40 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does make that much of a difference. Mm-hmm. And it's not that much more.
It's always the same advertisements, man.
That's my thing. That's another thing that I hate. Like, if it was like all different stuff and I'm seeing all kind of products and everything, but no, I'm seeing the same commercials. Sometimes they repeat the commercial.
Yeah. Oh man, that's annoying. That's annoying. I couldn't stand that.
Yeah. No commercials on Disney Plus.
Yeah, no, you ain't gotta worry about that.
and I haven't like really watched a whole lot, but I watched the Pixar. I watched a few of the Pixar shorts.
I've seen those. How were those?
Is pretty good. Me and Tiffany were sitting there watching them, getting all in our feels in 8 minutes or less. Like it just hit you.
That's Pixar for you. That's Disney.
Yeah, it was a couple that were like, that was all right, but a lot of them were. I think we watched 5 of them, and yeah, it's just little things like that. But with that said, a lot of those little short films are available elsewhere, like YouTube for one, through Pixar, like not just
Pixar,
like some
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so some of those films are on Pixar's channel, which they may be taking down.
I was about to say, they probably gonna take those down now.
Yeah, because it just looks bad because it says, Disney Plus original, and you think that's the only place you can watch it, but no, it's right here on YouTube.
What I do want to know about though is, are they going to be getting, first and foremost, the famous Jet Jackson, then the jersey?
Oh, that is.
And they used to have a reality show about camps called Bug Juice. Yeah. That's even to this day. That was like the only reality show I used to like.
You know what Tiffany said when the famous Jet Jackson came up?
What?
She was like, "What his fine ass doing?"
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, and
Did you tell her? She didn't know he killed himself?
Yeah, I had to break down stuff.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that was bittersweet. You're kind of like, that's what you get.
No, it was not. I was not. Those are your words, not mine. But I also second them. No. But yeah, Famous Jet Jackson was one of those shows. Like you had that black lead character in it, and he was the coolest dude. Like,
yep. And that show ran for a good little while. That and the Jersey ran for a long time. And
I don't know what that is.
The Jersey. Remember the kids found this one. It was like a group of friends.
And this is a series.
Disney series, yeah. Group of friends, like two of them were cousins, but the main boy, his granddad had like an old school jersey because his granddad used to play in like football when it started. And he used to wear this old school jersey. And the boy ended up trying it on.
It got magical powers.
Well, when you try it on, it transports you into the body of an athlete.
Oh, that does sound familiar now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they ended up figuring out exactly how it works. But yeah, they ended up throwing you in the body of an athlete and you get to be them for a little while.
Were they using real athletes?
Yeah, they were using real athletes. Huh. Yeah. So that's the crazy thing about it. And like it puts you in whatever they're doing at the time. So of course they used to have all kind of fun with it. I think a couple times they jumped to like football, and as soon as they jumped in, they catch the ball and like, oh, okay, and they get hit or something like that. So that show was great though.
Welcome to the Nostalgia Zone.
Right?
Brought to you by the Main Issues.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
and there's no paid promotions going on here. We just like what the service is doing. Right. And I wanted to hate it, honestly, because
I knew I was going. Well, I knew that if they had the originals, I was gonna like it.
Yeah.
Granted, I like the Marvel stuff, but that stuff was on Netflix already. So, and a lot of us have seen it already. So it's not so much idea. I do like the Star Wars stuff because I didn't find out until recently that a lot of the Star Wars cartoons were really good as far as keeping up with the lore and everything. Because I was thinking it was going to be some childish stuff. Yeah. But boy, was I wrong. And there was never nothing for me to watch them on. So I plan on checking those out eventually. But I don't watch stuff like I used to as it is. So I'll probably be taking my time with that. But nonetheless, yeah, I want to know what's going on with those shows. Those are just two shows specifically. I'm looking for Jersey and the Famous Jet Jackson. And everything else.
I think I'm going to be watching some stupid stuff because I spent way too much time watching Spider-Man, the 90s series.
Man, because that was the GOAT.
It's pretty good.
My dad used to watch that with me.
Yeah.
Hey, Spider-Man on. Like we used to watch that thing. If he was off on Saturday, we was watching Spider-Man because it was good.
I'm actually surprised.
Same thing with the original X-Men. They were good.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how well it kind of holds up. Not visually as much, but like just story structure and everything. Okay. The action of it.
They probably, crisped it up a good bit.
Yeah, but I mean, the quality is fine, but it's obviously from another time.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure a lot of them gadgets don't. Makeshift stuff. You can do that on the phone.
Yeah.
I had to make a machine. Oh, man, you're a genius. You can do it on the phone. So I'm sure a lot of that don't hold up. But still, though, man, it was great.
Yeah. And probably going to be watching a lot of the, TV movies and stuff.
Oh, yeah, man.
Already saw, I came across, like, within, like, the first page, I saw, now I forgot what this one is called because there's another movie that is eerily similar called Sky High, where
Up and Away. You think about
Up and Away.
Yeah.
Yes. So Up and Away.
Yeah, I did glance that on there.
Yeah, Up Up and Away is on there, and you can watch that, but you can't watch Sky High. It's one of those ones that is apparently.
I think Sky High went to. Well, I don't know why you can't watch Sky High. I mean, granted, it went to.
Like it's coming soon. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
okay, but I know it went to. It went to theaters, didn't it? Did it go to theaters?
I don't think so.
Part of me feels like it did.
It had Kurt Russell in it,
right? I mean, and it had
maybe it
the
was
original
in
Wonder Woman
theater. It had what?
The lady who was the original Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, yeah.
Huh?
She was the principal.
So maybe it did. Up and Away was definitely
and
a TV
his
movie,
best friend, the girl who could grow the plant, she's pretty big right about now. So I don't know how big she was back then, but either way, but
I was just looking at that and I was like, wait a minute, these are the same movie almost. Like,
I mean, they just both happen to be about superheroes because one focuses on the school, the other one is just him.
Yeah, but they both don't have superpowers, right? The kids, the main kids, their fathers are
their parents in general,
basically Superman, or an equivalent to that, who has this legacy that.
See, now you're gonna make me watch this shit.
Yeah,
I gotta go home and watch this now.
So, and both of them don't want to let their parents down because they aren't. One is not getting his superpowers, when he's supposed to, and the other one, I can't really remember. Were they supposed to have superpowers or?
Well, Up and Away, he ended up not getting any at all, and
spoilers.
And Sky High, he eventually gets him at the end.
Okay. Well,
I think at first it's just super strength, and later on he ends up being able to fly. So, in Up and Away, it ends with him getting nothing.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, which one is the definitive version? Is the question.
Mm-hmm. They're both like a big gap between each other because I'm pretty sure there's probably like a 10-year gap between the two of them.
Really?
Man, Up and Away is pretty old. It's made by Robert Townsend. True. He hasn't done anything in a long time. Granted, he has a hand in Black Lightning, but he hasn't done anything in a while. At least anything. Let me stop saying that because I don't know what he's been up to. He hasn't done anything I've seen in a while. I guess it was what I should say. And if I have seen it, he's been surprisingly quiet about it because usually anything he's in, he's a part of. Kind of like Spike Lee. You don't watch something and you don't know Spike Lee's involved in it.
I can't even find it.
What's right there? Oh, no,
that's not it. Yeah.
Up, down, down. It must be a video game movie.
Yeah, and when I type up and away, nothing comes up, and I'm quite sure.
I looked up Disney movies.
Okay, so yeah, that was in 2000. And up and away,
and Sky High came out.
Sky High, I'm pretty sure was later in 2005.
Just 5 years? Dang, I could have sworn it was much later.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not
but
that big.
That proves it. Sky High is the white version. Hey! Sky High is the white version.
He said it, not me.
Up and away.
He said it, not me. Ooh, but what's the even bigger question is, does My Hero Academia pull from Sky High or any of that? Oh, you know what? Sky High is also a ripoff of the X-Men, because that is exactly what the X-Men is. It's a school for people with powers. Specifically mutants, but it's their powers.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, we could argue that all day. So
I guess. Well, anyway, I like Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus doing this thing. I don't know if I'm going to stay past the free trial. We are sure Al will, but I'll probably be piggybacking off of his eventually. But as of right now, I have my own.
What I told you about saying this kind of stuff on air? You can't say that. No, he is paying for his subscription. You should not share passwords and things. It's very important that you don't do that. Disney needs our money. They do. How else are they going to make these Marvel movies for us?
Like a drowning man needs water.
How else are they going to make these 4 Marvel movies in 2023?
2023, dude. They gonna make more movies way before then.
I don't know. Well, they just announced that 4 are coming in.
There will. I guarantee you, there will be Marvel movies before 2023.
Okay,
that's a long time.
Remember, he said that.
Yeah, I'm saying it. There will be a Marvel movie before then. That's a long.
Not a good Marvel movie.
What's that mean? They're all good. I mean, there's some better than others, but they've never been trash. Well, they haven't been trash these days.
So is anything on the slate right now? Because if nothing is announced on the slate right now, we're not getting nothing.
See, I don't like to look at stuff like that too much.
No, because I don't like, and I ain't seen nothing.
I think you need to look again.
Yeah. I didn't look. I'm just
okay. I was about to say. But speaking of Marvel, Inhumans is on there. I'm surprised because Inhumans didn't do good at all.
Oh.
Like, I don't know anybody who's actually seen it. I watched it because I thought it was okay.
What's that, ABC?
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah,
but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also came.
It came on one of those.
Was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on there?
Oh.
I don't know.
I didn't
look.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking for Inhumans. I just happened to glimpse it. Because I was just looking through the Marvel section. And I was surprised to see all the old... I didn't realize there was so many different Spider-Man cartoons, man. Like, I knew they had another one that's on, I think it was like the Spectacular. But there was a couple of those.
Yeah, they got a whole Spider-Man section.
I saw that. Like, I did not know there was that many Spider-Man cartoons.
Yeah. In the first...
Kind of the same thing with X-Men. I know there was X-Men the original, and then it was X-Men Evolution, and then it was Wolverine and the X-Men, which I ended up hearing about years later, and I ended up hearing that it was actually good, and I saw a couple episodes, and it turned out to be good, but again, I had nothing to watch it on, and so I started watching it. I think I got like episode 5, and I was like, dog, this is really good. But I also heard it got canceled after like the second season, because that's when Fox kind of like hammered down on like, look, stop making our stuff. So matter of fact, because I think Wolverine and the X-Men came on Nickelodeon, and I think Fox was kind of like, yeah, we're going to put a stop to this. But now here we are. Y'all could have kept that good cartoon going that, of course, I found out about late.
They want to make money, but now they're not making any money.
That actually, you know what?
That's what a lot of money on
I read that your girl, Zazie Beetz, said that she would like to play Storm. Now, personally,
I'm torn.
I was about to say, because I love her too. Not as much as you, but I do love her. But Storm has been too light skinned.
She's too red.
Yeah, Storm been too light skinned for too long. Storm is supposed to be dark skinned. The girl straight from the motherland. No, Storm is supposed to be dark skinned. Y'all can even pick somebody. No, I ain't gonna say y'all can pick somebody brown skin. But Storm has been light skinned all the time.
No, I think they could pick somebody brown skin.
I think because they've already doubled down too much on Halle Berry isn't that light. But
in that movie, in those movies, she was definitely. Halle Berry, she be checking in and out of her red card be going out of date sometimes. She be having to get it renewed, but she was definitely high yellow in that one.
Okay, well, but
and then that last one, Alexandra Shipp, way too red.
I'm telling you. But I was gonna I know a lot of people were saying I hope I'm saying her Lupita
Nyong'o.
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna play with the last name. But a lot of people were saying that she should have been Storm, but now that she is a Marvel character, she can't be.
Yeah.
So, and plus I had to stop a lot of people from saying, because somehow the rumor got out, and people who don't really know this kind of stuff was like, well, no, Black Panther was supposed to marry Storm, and his mom had the white hair, so that I think that was supposed to be her. It's not. There's a lot of black characters in Marvel Africa that have the white hair thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
So every person with that hair is in Storm.
Okay.
But I'm just throwing that out there. But somebody dark skin needs to do it. I don't know who, because I don't keep up with actors and actresses like that. Especially, I'm not scoping skin tones to say, hey, she'd be great for Storm. But I will admit and it's a thing that Hollywood always does. They always pick really light skinned characters. I mean, they always pick really light skinned people to be the black character.
Yeah.
and it kind of needs to stop.
Yeah, that's universal appeal.
Yeah,
is
bullshit is what it is.
The phrase.
Yeah, so
that is thrown around with that.
I mean, we appreciate you putting a black character in. Thanks for the representation. But if that's the route you're going to go with it, and it wouldn't be a thing if it just happened sometimes, but it's literally always the thing. It always has been. You know
who's fighting against that though right now?
Who?
HBO. We're
Watchmen. Yeah, they ain't, man. They
going all in.
I don't want her at Storm, but that's a good example.
Yeah, Regina.
Yeah, I don't want her at Storm. I don't want her at Storm though.
Okay, that's cool. But like that skin.
But tone. I do like Regina King. Yeah, I do like Regina King. But yeah, no. And her husband.
Yes. Who is it?
I've seen him in something. I cannot remember who he is.
From Striking Vipers.
Oh, the man, Black Mirror that episode. Is him from the Black Mirror episode, Striking Vipers.
It took me a while to get it. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I'm not going to look this up. And I was like, I feel like it might have been a Black Mirror episode. And then I thought about it. Yeah. I actually liked that episode. I feel like that was too much. Too.
It brought up a very interesting, it brought up an interesting question way beyond its time.
I would be all over that. I'd be all in that. Man, you can experience different things that you never felt before. Come on, man. Come on now.
But that wasn't the whole point of the episode. The point of the episode was that cheating? Was that gay? I feel like it was kind of like a transgender thing. At least that's what a lot of people were saying. I was like, okay, I kind of got that too. But
I feel like it was more of an addiction thing because they were doing it specifically for the feelings that they got from it. That's a good point.
Yeah, because there was that point where he was like, well, we got to see if this is really a thing between us or is it the game, and it wasn't a thing between them.
Like, I don't necessarily think that his character, wanted to be a female in real life.
No, I say no. If that was the case, he would have did it because he was supposed to be. He was rich in that. Things. Yeah, he was rich in that skit, so he could have.
Yeah.
So,
but he probably couldn't have looked like that woman.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
surgery going a long way, but
maybe not overnight. But he could have got there, man. Sheesh.
They doing all kind of stuff now.
Black people getting white people getting black. You can do it all, man.
But seriously, like when I saw that episode, I'm like, of course. I mean, I completely read the episode as soon as like they got in the game. I was like, oh, he picked a girl character, and she fine, and it looked like they having some tension going on. I'm like, some stuff about to happen, and it's gonna get weird. And
I mean, you knew it was gonna get weird because it's a fucking Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. That's true too. But it was just like it just seemed natural to me because it's a video game. Get, and the only thing that was really the disturbing about it was that they knew each other, really, for me, because we got to see each other and have these conversations. If it's just an anonymous thing,
wife set up the dinner, I was like, you have no idea what you just did. And then his dumb ass talking that trash at the dinner table and shit. I'm just like, shut up. It's like, what are you doing? My wife is right in the other room. Yeah. It was crazy.
But anyway, it's just mind games. It's just a mind thing.
But they touched on the same thing in that Bruce Willis movie. Surrogates. Yeah. So it's the same thing. They even touch on it in Gamer.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. But I think the only thing I feel that was different in the Black Mirror episode was it cheating?
How far do you have to go into virtual reality before it's just reality? Like when those feelings are, they put these things on the head and all their feelings, their sight, everything is being projected into these hyper realistic characters. Yeah.
Woke his ass up quick.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it is, but it isn't.
But that would be my argument, is that because cheating is more than just a physical thing. It's also an emotional thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody would be okay with finding out that even if you didn't do anything, you just spending all this time.
Because he was sneaking off playing the game,
right?
Neglecting his wife.
And they were trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
So if she's trying to get some, he's no, I'm tired.
So I would kind of
surprisingly that went okay, because anytime you see a man deny his woman on a sitcom or a movie, who's the bitch? All that kind of stuff. None of that happened. She was just like, okay, honey, I understand. Thank you. I mean, because granted, it's probably not gonna happen that often, but hey, sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes,
right?
Brothers be tired. So men be tired, but yeah, shoot. Granted, we always summon some kind of strength to get that act done, but that don't mean you won't be able to. Sometimes you just I ain't even got it in me.
I just want to say I've been working pretty hard on this podcast, and I may have had some situations like that. No.
Why are we on that?
But anyway, I think we should end it there. Let's end on that light note. Yeah, as you know, this is the Main Issues, where we talk about some controversial things and whatnot, and then we end up nerding out by the end. And we really nerded out this time and went deep into nostalgia.
Yeah. Hopefully you was right along with us.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm watching Smart House and Up and Away after this, thanks to your comments. But hey.
Yeah, and we appreciate y'all as always. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and all that. Also, follow us on social media. Those links will be in the description. And we'll see you next time.
Deuces.
Oh, it's deuces now.
You gonna do this every time, bro?
Yep.
You gonna do this every time? So we gonna do like the news thing and have us talking while the thing going on.
As it's going off, as it's going to play.